So I just had a massage with a client and we were talking about, needing to stretch. And I guess that's another area that I have to stretch. And I was thinking about how really we constantly have to be stretching our entire bodies. Like, can you imagine, what I wanted to say was, can you imagine if you actually stayed on top of stretching and all the areas that needed it for as long as they needed it, and to maintain it, how much of your life would you spend stretching? And then I thought about how beautiful it is. We always look at it as an obligation, something we don't want to do, something that doesn't feel good, but that we should make time for. But how it's also really beautiful, and stretching isn't just for athletes. It's not just for people who work out. It's not just after you were sick and are really, really tight, or you had a big day, like you were in a competition of some sort, or you were moving a house or something like that. And how, because we glorify lots of intense physical labor, but the fact is you're alive, so you're using your body nonstop anyway. And no matter how you're using it, even if you're sitting in a chair most of the time, your muscles are falling into a pattern and they're almost in a loop. Your body's in a loop. It's stuck in a loop. Things perform a certain way. Certain things only perform certain lengths, certain parts, certain fibers of a muscle. You know what I mean? Some things are always acting around the bones, sitting in a certain posture. And what stretching is literally opening up your body to create more space for you to exist. And I think that's a beautiful way to define stretching, that stretching is you manually altering your body to create more space for yourself. So you literally take up more space, so that there's literally more of you to exist, to experience, so that you can feel things more, and they're open and freely feeling, and there's less pain than a nerve that's being cut off and is aching, or there's almost feels like there's surges of activity and then periods of numbness. It's stable and it's open, and your perception, whether it be like physical sensation, your eyesight, your hearing, all of these things are clearer and they're a better experience. And I read an article not that long ago that talked about that the importance of stretching. I think it was talking about like the focus is always so much on how long are you stretching. Stretch for 30 seconds, do this for this long. In a yin class, you're gonna hold a pose for 2 to 20 minutes, whatever. But less on the time or the duration, to focus on building your tolerance for stress, for stretch, which both the sensation physically and emotionally, and the discomfort and the boredom, building the tolerance for that. And that by building that tolerance, that's building a type of strength. And you're creating more space for your body to exist in comfortably and freely. So existing feels better.